So today I'm joined by Felix. We're going to have a look at a project that we worked collaboratively on in supporting Felix and team. So Felix, do you want to just start by introducing who you are and where you're from?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Felix. I work for the Society of Radiographers, and I am a digital experience and technology officer as part of our digital communications and marketing team. And most recently, we worked with Crowdcoms at our annual Delegates conference. So this is an event that we run once a year, and we invite delegates. So these are primarily our members. They're spread all across the UK, and we invite them to a in-person event, and they discuss motions, put forward their ideas, discuss, debate, and that event is kind of really important in how we as an organisation decide what our objectives are, because we're a member-led organisation, and this is the event that lets our members help shape our direction.
So we do a lot. So this ICP is one of our key areas of business, and they range in sizes. But do you just mind telling me a little bit about this event specifically, the size, number of days, a bit about the complexity? That would be really useful.
Yeah, so this event has, the numbers fluctuate every year, but we have around 300 members attending in person. We also use Crowdcom's app to live stream the event. So we have around 30,000 members across the country. So the app allows us to live stream that to anyone not able to attend in person. Registration for this event is kind of a bit of a challenge because our members are spread all across the country. And we want a representative delegation of those members. So we can't just open it up and pick 300 members. We have to select a representative group that represents all the different regions across the country. So we use the Crowdcoms registration feature to help facilitate registration of all those members. And then we use the app feature to provide all the information to everyone attending, and then also live stream to anyone not able to attend in person.
How did you find the numbers? I mean, we came through that COVID period where obviously big focus was on fully virtual, and I think it's very you guys have been really pragmatic with the approach since in having that hybrid model, so you get that reach, you have that accessibility. But how have you found the in-person demand with that virtual offering still available?
People definitely still appreciate in person. So exactly right. Over COVID, we went virtual, and then the years following that, our in-person numbers have slowly increased. I think we would have much more demand for in-person if we opened the numbers even more, but we're kind of doing it progressively. But yeah, people like that in-person contact. A lot of kind of meetings and stuff is done online. So this is the one big event of our calendar that allows people to network in person.
And excuse my ignorance, I should have looked at this specific data. I did look at some of the data before the interview, but do you keep the content available on demand for that virtual and in-person audience to reflect on the content post-event?
Yes, yeah. So some of the people who register will register just to attend virtually and will watch it live. Others will register with the intention of just watching it back on demand. And then also, as you've mentioned, people who attend in person also have the option to watch back on speeches and motions that happened virtually.
Yeah, so one of the big things that the technology is helping with is kind of reach, isn't it? You've got a piece of technology that's one system that you can use for your in-person, that you don't have to make any changes to be viable for your remote audience. But what were the kind of, and I know that members communities are always similar to an extent, but what are the main objectives of your event? This particular one, what were the big drivers that you were hoping to achieve?
It's engagement. So the main content of our event is that we discuss motions. So different regions will put together a motion of something they want us to work on. And then during the event, that motion will be presented and people in the room will discuss it and then vote on whether that should pass or fail. And so the app provides a very easy way for everybody whether they're attending or virtual, to kind of view all those motions. We tag and allow people to filter them, so it's a lot easier than previously where we've had them listed in PDFs or on the website. And yeah, so one of the aims is to ensure that we've done everything that we can, so that we can kind of justifiably say we've let all of our membership have an opportunity to get involved in these motions, and how they will then affect the membership, which affects everybody.
Yeah, it's amazing how when we built that new abstract management module, where you can look at those documents, you can view them with a pinch, expand, or a plus minus, and make comments and comment with the author. It felt like not a big feature, but it's amazing that it's used not just in events like this, but across all events to improve the kind of document capabilities. So obviously that's a key area where the tech helped. In terms of driving delegates, you mentioned you leveraged our registration. Is it a paid event, or is it part of your membership? Is it included in the membership cost?
Yeah, so this is a benefit of our membership. So we fund members to attend this. So there were features in registration paid that we didn't use for this. But just jumping back to the feature you previously mentioned, one of the things that I do really like about CrowdComs is that you kind of design features, and then also your support team are very happy for kind of us to use them in ways that maybe you haven't thought of. And we've definitely done that a lot. We've gone, oh, let's try and use this for this feature, and with a little bit of support from kind of your tech team on hand, they're able to facilitate that, which I really appreciate. Rather than having features that are just kind of very clunky, it's just for this or it's just for this. If we want to try and do something, CrowdComs helps facilitate that.
Well, the reason that other platforms have rigidity is because it makes life simpler. They don't want you moving things too much, but we've built the framework in a way that we almost encourage it. And this won't be a surprise to you, but we pinch your ideas. And when the client says to us, how would you do this? We can then go away and help other clients to kind of deliver. So that's always how having a support team that are there as an extension of our software unit is so valuable in improving the tech and improving how we utilize the tech. You guys have obviously worked with us for years. I know that you did the filming and streaming with us as well as the platform. Was that a conscious choice to try and consolidate the technology and service? Was it just to make it easier? What were the kind of drivers around that?
I guess from our side, it is reassuring to know that it's the same people handling both. It minimizes the risk that all of that on-site setup is not going to then transfer over to streaming nicely. And also standalone, both aspects work very well. So there's no reason for us to kind of switch out either one of them.
So more often than not, when we get into the detail, we know we've got pretty good tech, and thank you so much for using it for many, many years. But quite often what brings people back is our people, the support, that kind of assurance around it. I think we've got a pretty open and honest team, but you guys have used us for years. I think even before you were in the business. What are some of the reasons that you stay with CrowdComs?
Often it's the same team from CrowdComs that come to repeat events, which definitely helps. But regardless of who shows up, there's that reliability that they're all to the same kind of level of professionalism. And to a certain extent, we can kind of relax a little bit because we know that kind of CrowdComs will act as an extension of our team. So with the registration kiosks, I think when we first started doing this event, we assigned members of our staff to kind of monitor the kiosks. But in more recent ones, we don't need to do that, and they can be doing something elsewhere because the CrowdComs team are very happy to kind of field member queries and help direct them, which is something that we wouldn't necessarily expect as part of looking after the kiosks, but it's something that they all do. So it's that kind of going above and beyond and just acting as an extension of our team that I really appreciate, because everybody knows with these in-person events, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of places that I need to be at once. And so being reassured that just, well, kind of crowd comms can handle that and I don't need to worry about it is a massive plus.
Have you got I know I'm asking for pats on the back here a little bit, but any like standout great things about crowd comms that happened and why you work with us? And you've mentioned so many there. Are there just any particular standouts? And then I've got a bit of back patting that I'll do back to you as well afterwards.
For the past 2 years, we've switched venue. And first time we attended this venue, it became clear that the software of the hotel, and I'm not going to name and shame the hotel, but the patch through software was broken, and this was something that we were assured worked, and kind of this was a major thing in that the area that we checked for crowd comms to set up was no longer going to work, and like the day before the event, crowd comms kind of sourced cables, ran them through the roof, bypassing the patching system, and I don't imagine anybody attending noticed that day before the event none of the tech was going to work. So that was kind of a major kind of on-site issue that was just handled, which was amazing.
Well, I know, I mean, from your background as well, you understand that, you know, technology and software are challenging, but things happen in live events, don't they? And you have to be agile and you have to adapt. And I think that's certainly where having a team of experts like Crowdcoms who are technical and proficient in building tech, implementing technology on site. We've actually got a team of event planners. They understand the pain of running events. They're out there doing it every single week, just like Katie, who's filming us here at the moment. I think Katie did 189 on-site days last year. Was that right, Katie? Or maybe more. But I'll probably get in trouble for saying that because it sounds like I'm overworking poor Katie. But they're out there living it with you, as you said earlier, an extension of your team. And my pat on the back for you is just to say we have a channel internally where people post projects they're supporting, ones that they're most impressed with. So it's like a design channel specifically. And yours was put into that channel, which is why I had eyes on it. I believe probably maybe earlier in the year, March or April. And the quality of the design on the badge, the registration, the event, the event branding on the event app. I mean, obviously you've got great assets, you'd put them together really nicely, but the activation through your technology and the continuity of that design consistency through the tech stack was absolutely top notch. So well done to you and team for creating lovely tech. Our team get excited when they see our tech being used in a really attractive and innovative way to kind of meet those objectives.
Nice. Well, thank you very much. I'll pass that on to the team and our designer, who will be very pleased to hear that.
Oh, please do. And finally, just thank you so much for your time and doing this. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to supporting you next year. And we've got really exciting tech coming soon that I think will really help drive further engagement at your event to bring those members together and to continue those conversations and that collaboration.
Nice. Thank you very much, Matt. Very looking forward to working with you next year.
Thanks, Felix.